stop dissing them. Peace to the guys and goddesses, kings and queens, empresses, chiefs and chief. Air quality alert. My bad. Anyways, peace to all the guys and goddesses, chiefs and chiefs, priests and priestesses of the land. I hope you're having a great cosmic day. Empresses and emperors. I got this video that I'm finna play. You feel me? I just got to. You feel me? Because I want niggas to question shit. Like, on this channel, I'm gonna try to post. I'm gonna try to keep a lot of like video wise. If I do drop videos, I'm gonna try to keep it about music. You feel me? Talk about music industry, what be going on, all that kind of shit, right? Different sounds, who formulated this, who formulated that. You feel me? Try to keep everything, music as possible. But now I got this video here though, right? And it's about the strange shit that be going on in the industry. But with Diddy, right? We still need to know what's going on with that. We still need to see them. They got them tapes. I know for a fact they do. And we still need to see them Epstein files. I will not hop off that. But Diddy, he in jail for so-called trafficking charges or whatever the case may be. But you gotta remember, Diddy is the fall guy. Niggas forget that. Still, what he did was fucked up, but he's like the minion. You feel me? The minion. The big homies doing the same shit he's doing, but on a grander scale. They're his employee, nigga. Anyways, when we talk about niggas like, Lucian Grange, what's that one nigga name? The nigga that took in Diddy. I think his name Clive Davis. Let me look it up real quick for y'all. I think his name Clive Davis. Am I? Yep, Clive Davis. Clive Davis. This man right here. Right here. Now, I'm gonna be real with you, that nigga. Let me chill. Anyway, but yeah, this is the nigga that took him in. And if I'm correct, apparently he was a little on the sway side. You feel me? If y'all get what I mean by that, just take the SW off and replace it with that. Anyways, but yeah, dog right here was basically on the sway side. He took in Diddy. He had a record label called Arista Records. Took in Diddy, taught him all this stuff. The first nigga that took him in was my bad. The first nigga that took him in was Andre. I forgot his last name, but y'all know. The first nigga that took in Diddy was Andre. Apparently Andre was Diddy before Diddy, and then Diddy got Diddy, and then that's how Diddy became the diddler. You feel me? And started Diddy and other niggas in modern. You feel me? Because you gotta remember, this shit is a pattern. This is a trauma pattern. And this is not just something that's happening with celebrities. This is happening in all black households, nigga. One thing I've noticed so much about black households, nigga. Nigga, somebody is always somebody that's like, whether it be a mother, father, uncle, brother, big brother, cousin, whatever. Somebody in some family is always touching somebody. Like, what's up with that? What's up with us, gang? Talk to me, nigga. What's going on? I need to know, nigga, because, like, it's weird out here. You feel me? And, to all the divine empresses that I don't came across in my life and, spoke to, interacted with, and, shared stories with, you feel me? Every one of them has had something happen to them by somebody in a family. And I'd be like, what is up with that? But then you got to think further back, because there's a starting point. Every vicious cycle has a starting point. You feel me? So, nigga, somebody did something to somebody. Then they grew up and then did something to somebody. Then they grew up and did something to somebody. It keeps passing down. You feel me? And that's... We gotta cut that as a people. Like, we gotta figure what's going on with us. You feel me? That's beyond a mental issue at that point. That's just straight demonic. You feel me? You being straight demonic when you do something to somebody without their consent, or you do something to a child. So, but let's not get too deep. Back to the Dilly. Andre, was apparently Diddy before Diddy, and he Diddy. So that's how Diddy became the diddler. You feel me? That's a tongue twister. Pause. Um, and then after that shit happened to Diddy, you feel me? He started doing that shit to other people, but he left. What? Hold on, let me Google it real quick before I get into it. Right? I think his name was Andre Harrell. Yep, Andre Harrell. But what record label did he owned? A record label, Uptown Records and Motown. Facts. He owned Uptown Records and Motown. Then eventually Diddy left him and went to, cause this is Andre Harrell right here, right? This is him. You feel me? This is him. And apparently he was on the Sway side too. Who knows? That nigga actually died in 2020. Crazy work. Anyways, yeah. So, oh wait, hold on. Let me show y'all. So this is the first nigga that Diddy was fucking with. Then after whatever happened, he left him, went to this nigga. I don't know. This is how Diddy got Bad Boy Records. This is how he got his own record label. He went to this nigga. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did to my boy to get that record deal. Oh shit, let me make sure my other mics and shit is on too. Intro scene, my mic is on there. And then regular scene, mic is on there. Cool. Make sure my mic good. But yeah, he went, I don't know what he did to that nigga to get his own record label. He got that whole Bad Boys. Think about that. Anyways, but yeah, he got that shit, and then the first major nigga that he really got was Biggie. He signed the nigga for $2,500. Crazy. Anyways, so yeah, with all that being said, he's the fall guy. Now let's talk about niggas like Michael Rubin, the big homies that made. This is the big homies. Clyde Davis, the nigga Diddy went to. Michael Rubin, another nigga he probably been to. Lucien Grange, another nigga he went to. Oh, what's the nigga that owned 300 Records? Who owns? Cause I think he was Young Thug Lawyer too. Who owns 300 Entertainment? Warner Music Group, but it was Robert. Nah, it wasn't him. It was another nigga. Man, I swear to God, this was. Here he is, right here, Liar Cohen. He think he's slick. Yeah, nigga, we on to you. Yeah, we on to you. This nigga right here was another big niggas. Niggas don't know about him. Niggas don't know. This is the nigga that found niggas like Young Thug, Lil Uzi, Migos, who else? Man, it was somebody else too though. I can't think of it, bro. I can't think of all of them off the top of my head, but he was involved with a lot of them niggas. You feel me? Warner Music Group. I swear he used to. Is it in here? Yep, 300 Entertainment. Yep. Warner Music Group. Liar Cohen. All these people right here, you don't even hear about these niggas right here. These the niggas that manage hip hop. Notice how none of these niggas is black. These are niggas that manage hip hop. This nigga look like he Jeffrey Epstein. This nigga 93 years old, still alive? They don't even got a death date for this nigga still alive. This in 2010. They don't even got recent photos of these niggas. Gang. Let me see if I can find a recent photo of this nigga, right? Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Holzman, right? Look at this. They don't even got recent photos of these niggas. This nigga isn't dead. And he's still managing all kind of record labels. Let's go back. Yeah, these the niggas that manage, you feel me? CEO of Atlantic Records. This nigga right here. Let's see if he's still alive though. Yeah, he's still alive. These the people that manage, you feel me? CEOs. We're not talking about the A&Rs and the fucking secretaries and shit like that. You dig? We talking CEOs. You feel me? So these the niggas that manage your music. These the niggas that's, you know, having these parties. And you know, all in all, you feel me? I'm gonna play this video. You feel me? That I got for y'all. I want to play this too. You feel me? Because we gotta really talk about this shit. We gotta question shit. You feel me? I got y'all right here.
Did gaming take over your life? You're not alone, and it might not be your fault. The makers of games like Fortnite, Roblox, and Call of Duty are...
This is why I don't call people culture vultures. Look at this. Look how he's holding these
Culture vultures. Nah, you not lying though. These niggas is culture vultures. They taking our, man, they know what they doing with our talent, man.
two grown men. I said in a previous video that rappers are like girls. They'll literally hang out with anybody that can give them some shopping money, but how much you gotta pay for this? And who is this in the background with anybody that can give them some shopping money, but how much you gotta...
I'm gonna be real with you. That nigga gum. Ooh, that overbite is crazy. Anyways. This nigga right here. Let me make sure my shit. There we go. This nigga, little baby. I'm gonna be real with you. He didn't fall off. He didn't fall off because all his music sounds the same. He got hard music. I'm not gonna lie. When he dropped, every time he dropped, it's hard. This is why this nigga fell off right here. You know how many niggas in the hood? Think about this, gang. You know how many niggas in the hood, ATL, like, do you not know most of hip hop streaming is like, we finna Google this together, nigga. How much is a peanut gonna cost? How much of is streaming by black people? I just want to see. Give me a percentage. They don't have a percentage. Studies show that some correlation between hip hop and black audience. For example, black audience are 6 times more likely than the general population to name hip hop as their favorite genres. Hip hop attracts 14% of all radio listening among black audiences. There you go. And a significant portion of streaming audio consumption is dedicated to hip hop. You feel me? Streaming audio. They talking about all music combined. Like most of the main music that gets streamed a lot is hip hop. Just keeping it $1.50. But back to this, right? This nigga right here, and everybody in the hood seen this shit. They looked at that shit, and they was like, oh, you know, you gotta remember, it's 2025. A lot of black people is rising. They not rising to the degree that we could be at right now, but we're getting there. You feel me? We getting there. But, you know, like I said, everybody has made a tremendous amount of successful elevation in their intelligence amongst my people. You feel me? Which I can give us props for. You feel me? Pat yourself on the back. Everybody, you feel me? Dap me up. You feel me? We working. So niggas seen this. They know about these parties. They know about this, that, and the third. When niggas in the hood seen this, they start fucking with Lil Baby. I'm telling you. Lil Baby didn't fall out because of his music. He fell out because of this. Niggas was like, oh, this nigga gay. I'm telling you.
for this. And who is this in the back?
If Boondocks was still around right now, nigga, this would have been a fire episode.
Background, is this one of the servants? All this gangster talking y'all music, and y'all let a 50-year-old man fly you out to party with him. I don't care if he's paying $100K per guest. This is not my scene. When do you get to the point where you can host an all-white party? What level do you have to be on? Because we know from the whole Diddy situation that these are not just regular parties. And look at how this man is biting his lip. What is Donald Trump telling him? Anyway, in 10 to 15
Tell him about Epstein Island.
years, I'm sure somebody is going to come out with similar stories about the Michael Rubin parties, but he'll probably be long gone out of the country by then. But he's only been hosting these parties since 2021, and before that, it was just Diddy for the most part. So how was it decided who can be the new all-white party host? This has been a subject of much debate since Diddy started being accused of things, and probably even before that.
Women, beautiful women, of course.
But I want to try to get to the bottom of this, or at least as much as I can without it getting too weird.
Locks on the doors. It's a little kinky, but yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to see all of the biggest celebrities go to Diddy's house in the Hamptons and St. Tropez for the all-white parties, and not thinking too hard, I just thought, well, Diddy is rich, and he's probably just inviting his rich friends to a party. But these people...
Do y'all know who that is back there? Look at that. Leonardo motherfucking DiCaprio, nigga. That's one of the best... I dare say the best movie actor, bro. You feel me? I'm just giving him credit for where he's skilled at. You feel me? Is he a good person? Fuck no. But the nigga got movie acting. I ain't gonna cap. The nigga know how to play some movies. Why the fuck is he at a Diddy party? Hip hop, black.
People aren't friends.
Like, what is he there for? They not talking about no music. They just there to. Boy, I know them rooms.
Whole Hollywood was all in Diddy's house eating his food, drinking his champagne, and today none of them want anything to do with him. All the interviews now are, oh yeah, I went to Diddy party, but I stayed on the first floor, or I ain't go to the after party, I left. So nobody went to the after party, right? Okay. So before Michael Rubin, Diddy's first official all-white party was in 1998. But by 2004, his party was officially sponsored by Sony to promote the PlayStation. Also, PlayStation was the name of one of his houses in New York. And he was even given an original copy of the Declaration of Independence to bring to the...
How, Sway? This nigga was given a copy of the Declaration of Independence for taking booty, nigga? Let me chill.
Freak-off party, allegedly a freak-off party. He really had the Declaration of Independence though, and there were only 200 original copies made by a guy named John Dunlap, who was alive when the original document was drafted, and only 25 of these copies survived. So this is actually an original copy that Diddy is holding at one of his parties. That's how influential this man was. And before I really get into it, if you paid attention to popular culture at all, you would know that strange things at parties like this are nothing new. I still remember when Whoa Vicky said she got invited to a party in LA where they have to take your phone as well as a drop of your blood. Now that sounds like cap, but LA gets pretty weird once you go up in them hills. Also, my mom knows a guy.
Hey, the hills have eyes, nigga. The hills have eyes.
Who I obviously can't name, but back in the 90s, he was a big-time drug dealer in Chicago, and he was connected to Bishop Don Juan, which is an old man that's famous in Chicago for being a pimp. And yes, he's been all through Hollywood, and I wonder why celebrities would have a pimp around them. Anyway, they both got invited to a party at Snoop Dogg's house in LA sometime back in the mid to late 90s, and he's from Chicago, and Chicago people tend to over-exaggerate things around them. And yes, he's been all through Hollywood, and I wonder why celebrities would have a pimp around them. Anyway, they both got invited to a party at Snoop Dogg's house in LA sometime back in the mid to late 90s, and he's from Chicago, and Chicago people tend to over-exaggerate things, but his exact words describing the house when he walked in were somewhere along the lines of drugs piled to the ceiling, as well as women, most likely escorts, in every room. And he says it was too much for even him, so he immediately left once he started looking into these rooms. And years later, Cat Williams...
Talking about Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg done said some questionable lyrics too. We finna get into another video after this. I'm telling you, nigga, like...
Williams would allege he saw similar things at mansion parties before everyone thought he was crazy.
These big ass mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms, and you fuck around and look in the wrong room and shit.
And again, we still hear strange stories today, like the high school girls that allegedly get invited to Drake's house. So anyway, Diddy's first party was in the Hamptons, East Hamptons to be specific, and if you don't know what the Hamptons are, it's a very affluent area where wealthy people live, at least part-time, since many of them have summer homes here. And for reference, this is what rent looks like in East Hampton. I literally laughed when I saw this because my brain could not come up with any other response to the ridiculous prices I was looking at. Now back to this first 1998 party, Paris Hilton, who was basically the first influencer to exist after the internet was created, was there, and she said everyone was there. So this seems to be the start of rappers and entertainers coming to the all-white.
I might be... Nah, I think it's the Flash. I think it's the Flash. It's gotta be the Flash, right? Maybe it's the Flash. Is human eyes supposed to glow like that when the camera... I'm just asking. Maybe it's the Flash. And you know, old school cameras and shit. Maybe it's the Flash. We just gonna say that. Like, I noticed all the eyes is like... Yeah, it's gotta be the Flash.
White parties and all white parties being associated with rappers. So what happened in 1990?
It's just when I seen... My bad, you feel me? I had to pause. It's just when I seen this shit, it's just, I don't know.
to give Diddy the power and influence to get everyone at these parties? Well, for starters, you all know who earned Diddy his first big check in music, the notorious B.I.G., who had just died a little over a year before this party, but just 4 months after B.I.G. passed, Diddy immediately capitalized on the situation and dropped his first and still to this day his best-selling album. Now, of course, since it was dropped so fast, it's implied that he started work on the album while B.I.G. was still alive, but of course this is where the rumors come in, like one in particular from Gene Deal, a former bodyguard for Diddy, that alleged he somehow had prior knowledge in some way of what would happen to Biggie if he went to LA, which is where he ended up dying. And while this is still considered just a conspiracy theory, one thing that is very strange to me is when his mom filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the city of Los Angeles, a key witness who was expected to testify took psychiatric medication right before the trial, which resulted in him suffering lapses in memory, which also resulted in him becoming an unreliable witness. And it all eventually ended in a mistrial, and the family filed 2 more times, but the second time they accused 2 LAPD officers of being complicit in some type of murder plot, but the judge ruled that the family had not complied with California law, and the third time it was just straight up dismissed. Anyway, Diddy went 7 times platinum, was nominated for 5 Grammys on the album, and he eventually won 1, so this pretty much cemented his spot at the top of the music industry, and wouldn't you know it, just months after winning this Grammy is when the first all-white party was held. So obviously, any rapper being around Diddy at this point and onward was seen as a move to elevate their career, something that Michael Rubin can also seemingly do, as obviously he can just put money behind anything. And I'll never forget when he made Meek Mill hop like a bunny, which is just a reminder that if you listen to these rappers, separate the music from the artist, because all this tough talk, but when a billionaire tell you to hop like a bunny, you hop, and when he touch you inappropriately, you just pose for the picture like every other influencer. And it's not just the rappers. I saw a video of this man, you just pose for the picture like every other influencer. And
This is why Lil Baby fell off right here. You letting a grown 50-year-old white Jewish man put his nasty ass, funky ass body, spirit, soul in phallus and testicles on the back of your shits, nigga. Cause he feeling, he like, oh yeah, he got that long hair, he got that nice brown skin. That's what these niggas be. All of them, nigga. It ain't just him, nigga. I just showed y'all the other music label and, you feel me, named the other, yeah. You feel me? Look at the other one. Look, he want to get all up on. He like nigga, sure. Look, I ain't even realize this nigga in the cut until now. This photo been out for a minute, but I'm just not realizing this nigga over here in the cut. He like, nigga, let me get on in there too. Look at this nigga, man. You can't tell me this nigga ain't uncomfortable.
And it's not just the rappers. I saw a video of this man Diddy sitting back watching the A-list actor have a wrestling match in front of him, like some type of performance, while workers are just walking around picking up the trash. He was like an emperor in a coliseum. And this is not regular grown man activity. This is grown men that get flew out for weekend party activity. There has to be something that you won't do for money, right? Now, interestingly, according to multiple sources, as of January 2025, Michael Rubin has canceled his all-white parties forever.
It's a reason why Michael Rubin will no longer after Sean Diddy Combs' similar similar party. We're just gonna say after Sean Diddy's similar parties ruins the theme with the bad stigma. The famed businessman has thrown a party at his home in Bridgehampton since 2021 after initially purchasing it the previous year. So yeah, he done. But the reason why he done, because guess what? You know what was going down at them parties, and they don't want nobody. You feel me?
And this is due to people.
And to be real, it actually makes you look even more suspect now that you're not doing them no more. You feel me? It makes you look even more suspect. See, you could have fooled us if you'd just kept doing it, but now you can't fool us because now we like, hold on, now you want to stop doing it because it means it's something you got going, nigga. Fuck.
Comparing him to Diddy, which.
Oh shit.
You could just have birthday parties. If it weren't all white parties and if all these fake entertainers weren't invited every year, it would look a lot less weird. If it was just like you and people that you know or are friends with. Listen, I'm not even 30 yet and I have no interest in having the fakest people in the world surrounding me at a party. All of these people are paid to have opinions. You know just like I do that a big rapper, singer, or influencer will only have a stand.
This nigga so zesty. Look at the bodies, like body languages. Is that OT Genesis? What the fuck is... Or is that Patrick Beverly? I said Patrick, not Patrick Beverly. Cause I can't even think of his name. The basketball player, bro. He used to play on the Rockets with Harden right here. Not Eric Gordon. Patrick. What's his name? Patrick? I don't know. But on God, I think that's him though. I don't know. Look at Drake though. He's zesty. Look at the body language, bro. Look at the fingers.
On something if they get paid. For instance, Nelly and Snoop Dogg both performed at Donald Trump's inauguration party. Yet the last time he was elected back in 2016, they both publicly took a stance against him. But it's all fake. When these people talk, it's because they just got a deposit in their bank account. Whatever their real opinions are, you'll probably never hear it because they're celebrities. They don't get paid to think, they get paid to entertain and make statements. This is like when Diddy did the Rock the Vote or Vote or Die movement. Like, bro, do you really think Sean P. Diddy Combs cares about who gets elected president? And he just, of his own free will, got these t-shirts printed to make a statement. We all passed the first grade. Why a 50-year-old businessman would want all these people around him, I'll never understand. If I had Michael Rubin's money, I would go to the ATM every day, withdraw $5,000, and put it together in a rubber band just to slap any celebrity that came near me on some fake shit. And the fact that he wanted all these men and women that get paid to do things around him is part of the reason he got compared to Diddy. These people are not his friends, just like Diddy don't have no friends. So what did all these rappers and influencers do at Michael Rubin's house? Probably whatever he asked them to do, whether it was a freak off or if he just made them all bunny hopping at Rubin's house. Probably whatever he.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at the hand down here, gang. There's no way. And then who is that Tom Brady? That's Tom Brady, right? Yeah, Tom Brady weird too, because he be kissing his son. But look how he got his hand around his neck. Like he gripping James Harden. And notice James Harden is leaning. He could have got closer, but you want to know why he didn't get closer? Because he not trying to look like little baby. That nigga not trying to look like little baby, on God. He like this. Look at the body language, bro. Body language is key. I'm telling you. This is like, when I say body language is key, y'all, look at me when I say this too. Body language is key to everything. Body language is how you know when a nigga got body language is when you know somebody upset or they got a bad day or they having a good day, or somebody nervous or somebody scared or if they lying, or, you know, body language also let you know how if a female digging you or if a nigga digging you, you feel me, vice versa. It lets you know if you're somebody being fake. You could tell when somebody be fake. Body language is key. Nigga, that shit, like, I think that's telepathy. I ain't even gonna cap it to you. I truly think body language, eye contact. What else can I think of that like it speak but it don't speak? You feel me? Maybe hand movement, but that's still body language. So yeah, there's really body language. Yeah, anyways. So yeah, body language and eye contact, eye movement, the way somebody looking with their eyes and shit tell you everything about what's going on. I'm gonna tell you that now. Look at the body language in this entire photo. Especially James Harden. That shit scream uncomfortable, nigga. He gripping the shit out of his neck like, boy, if you don't get your ass.
He asked them to do, whether it was a freak off or if he just made them all bunny hopping in line. I do know that something in his eyes scares me very deeply, and that's for what they did. He hopping in line. I do know that something in his.
Look at that shit. Oh shit, I ain't switched back to my scene. My bad, y'all. I'm a little high right now, but look at this shit. Look at this nigga eyes. And then, my bad, let me show you the body language. Let me show you the body language. Let me show the body language. This is what I'm going to show y'all. I don't think I showed you that photo. Here it is right here. Make sure we on that. Yeah, here it is right here with James Harden. He gripping this nigga like ain't no way. Anyways, go back. Look at this nigga. It's some, the eyes is the window to the soul or spirit, whatever you want to call it. You feel me? Look at that nigga face. Anyway,
the eye scares me very deeply, and that's for what they did at Diddy's house. Things are still alleged at this point, but I don't think it's far-fetched to say that rich people have parties where people get intimate. Broke people do that. Have you ever been to college? So when you add the atmosphere,
bro, they have whole. I'm not even gonna say nothing, bro. It's not even just the celebrities, nigga. It's regular rich people out here that ain't celebrities that do this shit. Think about that. It's regular rich niggas out here that are not celebrities, and they spend money to go do stuff like this and swinging part, man.
That a party creates and makes it full of people that have enough money and influence to rarely hear the word no, it can definitely get strange. I've met rich people that are very reserved and you never know what they do behind closed doors. And I met a rich guy in the elevator in Las Vegas that said he was on his way to an orgy. So,
oh my God, that is crazy work.
Do with that information what you will.
Shout out to Trap University, man. I did not mean to click on that. But shout out to Trap University. That was a good video. There's another video I'm gonna pull up real quick, right? Hold on. Here we go. Let me see. Here we go. Question. Yeah. Damn, hold on, y'all. Yeah, we just gonna go through this, right?
I put that crack in my crack.
Hell nah. Here we go, y'all. Oh shit, I'm on the wrong. I put that crack in my, I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of like, Young Thug look like a stud in it. That's crazy. Anyways, this is, he just talking about when the cops pull up, you gotta hide that shit on. Anyways, we ain't even.
I put that crack in my crack. He think he hard when that chopper beat his meat.
I bank. Oh nah, Ludacris. We know about you. Cat Williams exposed you. I ain't gonna cap.
How many times have I touched them kids? The whole up block's been molested.
Yeah. Not Nas. Pause. Not my nigga Nas though. Give me a Smith & Wesson, I had them niggas undressing. Yeah, cause like let's be for real though. When niggas be like pulling up on their ops, they be like get naked. Like for what? They be stripping niggas for what? Like you trying to do it to embarrass the nigga, but really you embarrassing yourself and make you look gay. Why you want to see a grown man? Like what the hell?
Fuck up, rip your butthole out of place.
I'm heading west like I'm fucking blowing Kanye.
You ain't gotta be a girl to get all these inches.
See my
You gotta be a get all. You ain't gotta be a girl to get all the. Oh nah.
little daughter bad as hell and she ain't even 5.
Nah, they took this out of context. When he said my little daughter bad as hell, he's saying like she get in trouble a lot. Y'all niggas be taking shit out of context. He's saying his daughter, she a nuisance. She get in trouble a lot. She be causing a little chaos around the house or whatever. And she ain't even 5. That's what he mean. Y'all niggas, see, whoever, this nigga right here sus. You sus for taking that whole lyric right there out of context.
My bitches like my kids.
That's questionable.
I have a daughter, I'm buying a baby Birkin. For the good and got her legs hurting.
I have a daughter, I'm buying her baby. I'm not sure about that.
On the mic like it's a dick.
And if
Yeah.
I knew where Vegas was lying on back my dick.
Nah.
On his grave.
Name and we can talk about it. I suck a dick. I'm in the ocean getting shark pussy. Now I'm driving. Yeah, give her the D. Yeah, she fighting. Yeah. I take sacks to the face when.
Yeah, I remember this. I take sacks to the face whenever I can. Don't need no crutch. I kind of get what that nigga meant on that. Like, he talking about the weed, but like, that is kind of questionable though.
I see your bitch and I take her. I get your bitch and I rape her.
Oh yeah, Famous Dex, this is exactly why you fell off.
I vibe with queers. The only time I feel alive when I taste it.
Did he really say that? I remember seeing this before. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Future, you cook too.
You look so good, huh? I suck on your daddy's dick.
Yeah. The industry is cooked. The industry is cooked, nigga. I remember this one clear as day. Yeah, Biggie. Yeah, Biggie. We know why you said that. You was around Diddy, so we know what's going on.
I don't want no drummer boy. I eat a nigga out like an almond joy. Yeah.
Oh, I remember that shit. I remember that shit.
Your daddy's dick.
Nah, you don't want no drummer boy. I eat a nigga out like an almond joy. Yeah. Think I'm shitting on you, but I barely fought it. Yeah. See, Zaytoven, that's my nigga. I've been fucking him forever.
Yeah.
Press your brakes, nigga. I'll take you out. That's a date, nigga. Back mouth, and he gonna leave on a stretcher, blow his back out, and I'ma have to get a check on.
Man, niggas gotta word they shit better. I ain't gonna count. When I be in the booth, gang, when I say some shit that sound like, I get what JD Youngin mean. He gon' hit him with that. You feel me? That stick. Pause. Nah, he gonna hit him with the gun. That's what he mean. But at the end of the day, when you say it like this, that shit is, I ain't gonna lie, you gotta switch it up. Like, if I say something that was to sound like this, I'd be like, oh nah, that shit don't sound right. Let me switch it up. You feel me?
Versatile freelance. Fuck any bitch, nigga depends. Only with the shits if you attend.
Need your brains, I need my ass kissed. But all my homies like, give me some head.
Polish on your toes. I'm trying to give my son some head. Why he want his own?
Yeah, look. We just gonna keep going, bro.
I'm up straight up from the block. I watch my grandpa say penis.
Fuck that. Trying to get myself my own crib. Being independent, man, I'ma just suck my own dick.
Ice, place, froze, taser. Put the stick in his mouth, give him a facial.
Pause. Offset.
Suck my own dick.
Ice, place.
Put this in my, nah, bro. That, you don't, nah. Like, I get what these niggas trying to do, but nah, it don't correlate. It don't correlate, gang. That's...
Froze, taser. Put the stick in his mouth, give him a facial.
Need to just sit your ass. Damn, I heard you fuck that nigga, well I fuck that nigga too. I'm out the closet, I've been lying my ass off. All this time, me and Dre been fucking with hats off.
Knowing all the right things to say, I let you hit it raw, motherfucker.
He's Ledger with some trash. I just gave my nigga head.
Drop it real low for a real nigga. Drop it real low for a real nigga.
Head.
Drop it real low for a real nigga. Drop it real low for a real nigga.
I was taught 3 niggas in one room. First time I was tossed, and I'm exhausted.
With a tape back. Pool stick all in his ass. Tell him take that.
Yeah, we know Meek Mill, yeah. Good thing they showed Meek Mill as the last one. Thank God, nigga. Some of them, I think some of them, though, like the Lil Uzi one and the other one, they might have been, like, taken out of context or, like, you feel me? You know how niggas take certain specific stuff to make it seem like this is what's going on, but it's not. Because niggas don't know the full story, so they gotta go, you feel me? You gotta go listen to the full song just to make, yeah, we ain't doing all that. So I think like 2 of those was out of context, but all the other ones for sure, no, my bad, about 4 or 5 of those was out of context, but the rest of them, you see what I mean? These niggas don't know. It's a questionable industry, man. I love y'all. Y'all stay in tune, like always. I'll be back with another one. One love, make universal love, y'all. I'm out.